Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
Boom, let's talk about it. So, I don't want to beat a dead horse, right? But I always use my grandparents as a reference, right? Because they raised me, right? And growing up in the household of grandparents, I was privy to so many different colloquialisms, right? I was privy to all of these different sayings from the older generation, the older generation in church, right? So, one of the ones was, God don't put more on me than you can bear. As the years progress, you start hearing the, God don't play about me. I'm so glad I don't, look like what I've been through, right? So all of those type of things shape my life. And as I start to get older, those things started to, resonate more with myself, right? And words have power. And you will mess around and complain and talk yourself out of a blessing. And let me show you what I mean by that, right? So when you say, I'm so glad I don't look like what I've been through, right? So that means that you've been through a lot, but God has been favorable to you, so you don't look like it, right? But you have been through a lot. But then you complain when people treat you a certain way, right? You know what I'm saying? And I like to make this stuff personal, right? So myself, I've been through some stuff. And, you hear me talk, you see how I move if you know me in real life. And for a lot of people, they might look at me and be like, you ain't went through nothing, this, that, and other, right? Because I don't look like what I've been through, because that's a blessing from God. But if I turned around, and I did this for a little time in my life, I started being like, some people just act like I ain't been through nothing, right? And the problem with that is that you can't out of one side of your mouth say that you thank God that you don't look like what you've been through. But on the other side, you're upset because you don't look like what you've been through. You see, there's people out there that what they've been through because they look like it. You feel me? Like you look at them and you like, oh, you didn't live the hard life. Sometimes you look at these superstars or whatever on TV or whatever, or people that and they might be 40 and they look like they're 80. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing you look at it, you be like, Jesus, they look like they had a hard life because they look like what they've been through. But here I am thanking God that I don't look like what I've been through. But words have power. So if I continue to complain about people treating me like I haven't went through nothing, well, guess what? God can take that blessing. Another thing is, we ask God for things. God, show me favor, show me, this, that, and the other, right? And when you get that favor, you might be, for your family, the people that everybody depends on. You might be the person that people come to you to try to borrow some money or this, that, and the other, blah, 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 right? Now, here's the thing. I ain't saying you got to give it to them. I'm not saying this, that, and the other, right? But once you start complaining that you are that person, God will take that right away from you. Because sometimes God will put you in a position, right? And in order to elevate, a little farther, he's looking at you to see how you deal with that. And a lot of times you don't even realize it, man. You will talk and act your way out of the next level's blessing. If your complaint is, man, I'm tired of everybody always coming to me. Sometimes God will be like, well, you know what? I picked the wrong one. You know what? This too much for him. You know what I'm saying? This too much for him. Let me go on here, And a lot of times that you're that person when it seems like everybody is coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I make this personal, right? For myself, I have a lot of people rooting for me, right? But then I have a lot of people that is rooting on the surface level. Because when some stuff pops up, they the first ones to behind, the scenes be like, yeah, look, yeah, blah, 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 blah. He blah, 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 and this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm human, and so I've had a lot of times where I crashed out and, people that know me know that I didn't crash out and I was ready for war, right? But what I'm thankful for is, even when I had those moments, God saw favor on me to even look at that and be like, you know what? I can't stoop to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, because God put me in a position that I shouldn't even be worried about what the crowd is saying. And I always say this, when you live for that applause, you die by the criticism. That's why so many of these superstars, right? You get to a level, right? You get to a level and everybody's rooting for you because you're the underdog. But once you get up there, everybody's waiting on your downfall. It seems like everybody's coming out the woodwork, right? And they praying for your downfall, praying for your downfall. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, man, y'all was just rooting for me. Y'all was literally just rooting for me. And now you want to see, because it's human nature. A lot of times people want to see you doing good, just not better than them. And that's why I always say you can only go as far as your circle, as your environment. I said this before in other videos, right? About my fish tank. The fish, they're going to grow to their environment. If you got 120 gallon, they're going to grow, you know what I'm saying, like that. Us as human, that's how we are too. If who you choose to have around you have small minds and you don't have a small mind, anything that you say is going to be foreign to them and they shoot it down. Look at your circle right now. Have you ever told somebody like, man, you know what? I think I'm going to own 3 homes. But right now you live in an apartment, right? The people that's around you who are okay with living in an apartment, they're going to look at you and they're going to call you crazy. And if you're not careful, you will mess around and start thinking, you know what? Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I am crazy. But when you have a circle around you that when you say something like that, they tell you, oh, well, go ahead. You can do it. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that type of person. If you tell me that you want to do this, that, and the other, I'm going to make you mad. Because I'm going to tell you, hey, what's up? What you doing? Hey, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, blah, 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 blah. Because me doing that helps me. Because I like to surround myself with people that's trying to go to the next level. And that's why I say words have power. You ever been in the bathroom or something or going to the car and you bump your hand and you be like, oh, I'm so stupid. Well, you say that every time and it becomes repetition, right? And that stuff, you really start thinking that, man, I'm always messing up. I'm so dumb. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid, right? That becomes you. See, you can't have things both ways. You can't say God don't play about me, and then as soon as something happens, you worried. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going through. Oh, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. You can't say God ain't going to put more on you than you can bear, and then as soon as something happens, oh my gosh, why me, this, that, and other. No, you can't be like that. And if you think that God has greater for you, well, then you're going to have greater issues. You're going to have problems that come because guess what? That's just a test. That's only a test. And like I said, for myself, I'm at the point of my life right now to where, I don't have time for any type of foolishness. I was the type of person, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody that know me, you do something to me, I'm coming straight for you. I'm coming straight for you. And I don't mean just actual guns, but I'm coming straight I'm going to meet you. But what I start understanding is every time I did that, I lowered myself to that level. And every time I did that, it took me longer to get to where I'm supposed to be. See, when you know whose you are, you know who you are. When you know whose you are, you know who you are. That's why I love people who society says that they're fat, they're overweight, they're this, that, and the other, right? But when you see them, they don't hear them. And when you see them, you be like, ugh, like what? Why they wearing this? They know but up here, they don't see what you see. They love themselves. So everything else is just outside noise. And you're going to come across people who just want to be a victim. Victim is just they shell. You ever met somebody and they tell you all of the stuff that they've been through in life and, oh my God, I've been through this, that, and other. And then you sit back and you be like, I can see it. Because you have not outgrown it. So anyways, man, I just wanted to take some time out to say this on a Monday, man. And hopefully this has blessed somebody. And I thank everybody that's been supporting me and, you know what I'm saying, just encouraging me.